Hello, guys. Welcome back. Please excuse the rift here. It looked great, I guess, this morning. Um, Loki's helping. The cat is all. I had wrote a little something for you over on Pinterest because I was kind of responding. I won't even give you a link or anything because it was one of those articles. You know how people don't work with Loki, but they know everything about Loki? Yeah. And I won't even insult their god, even though their god got put on blast, because this person knows all about Loki, and they're the expert, and you should listen to him. And I'm like, what'd you say, bitch? And they're saying how both sides are right, because they're trying to play the middle road, like they think Lokeans are stupid. And called hell ugly, and I'm like, oh no, you didn't, bitch. And nasty things about Fenrir and Jurgamonder and Loki. And what really pissed me off is Loki's like sitting here like, I guess you don't love me anymore. And I'm reading this, and this little shit says that for every good thing Loki will give you, Loki will give you a disaster too. Like, he fucking measures this shit out. For every blessing you get, he's going to bring a disaster in your life. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. I'm burning your patron's temple to the ground. And Loki's like, no, no, don't go picking fights with gods. I'm like, that's one of his people. I'm gonna go kill him. I'm gonna kill him, and I'm gonna kill all of his children. I'm gonna kill all of his relatives too. And he's like, no, please, no, don't go kill a god. That's bad. So Loki had to calm me down, and I'm like, I'm gonna burn his temple to the ground. He goes, yeah, but he's in a mixed temple now. You can't just burn the temple down. You'll get everybody. So you can't do that. And you know how Lokeans are, how dedicated we are to Loki. I was ready to go burn this temple to the ground with the god inside it, because I'm like, that's his fault. His people are always running their fucking smart mouths. They can't have any self-control. And he's like, I know, baby. Don't kill them. I won't say who the god is, but his people think they're always fucking right 1,000% of the time because who their fucking god is. He's not the god of wisdom, god fucking damn it, that's Odin. So, Odin's like, I thought we weren't angry anymore. Fuck yeah, I'm still angry. So, I made something positive out of it. I made the music video. Loki's not gonna curse you, Jesus fucking Christ. If he cursed me for every good thing he gave me, there wouldn't be a human condition that I could be in. It would be that bad. It wouldn't be just being, say, homeless and you'd be blind and deaf and dumb. It would be worse than that fucking shit, because Loki's given me everything I've ever had, so I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. That pissed me off. You're still angry, aren't you? I am. And then, just to confuse things, I did make peace with the god. Because another god had come up and been like, you shouldn't be so angry. You really shouldn't be so mean. You're being nasty. So I made peace. And I told the god, I know it's not your fault. Your people just run their fucking mouths and need to learn some motherfucking discipline. He's just looking at me. And I'm just snarling everything I've ever thought. Your people are weak and useless. Ah. He's just looking at me. I can see where my loyalty lies, because I'm like, if they want to serve a real god and serve discipline, they could go serve Odin. But, that's just my personality. I can be fucking pissed off at you, putting you on blast, and still love you. So, I tried to make up with that god, but I'm still pissed off. I would be. That Loki and the children are my family, and Segan, I didn't even fucking get to see what he said about Segan. I would prefer fucking broke the computer. I'm fucking pissed off, coward. Say it to my face. And I kind of hate that. People that don't work with Loki, because Loki's popular, they go start talking about him, talking shit about them. And this person was like, I have a statue of Loki. And so they thought they were on good terms just because they had the statue. I'm like, fuck you. No, that's not how this shit works. You don't go out and get a statue, Loki. I'm serious, guys. If you're gonna talk shit about any god, I don't give who the fuck this god is. Don't go out and get their statue and give them an altar and think that makes it okay. No, you now have their attention. Whether they like you or not is something completely different. But you now at least have their attention, especially if you're going around talking shit about them. But this morning I had a dream. And I had a dream I was in this place made all out of wood. You know, like old-timey, like Viking-y or something. Benches were made out of wood, everything was made out of wood, and there were all these giant birds of prey. I mean, like my height birds of prey, like hawks and eagles and everything. And there was an old man there, and he was dressed in a blue robe, but we've already had 8 battles about this morning. Long white beard, blue robe, like like kind of like bright blue robe, but kind of like it went to darker blue too, if that makes sense. So sitting at a table, and he had sent me this owl, and it was a gigantic snowy owl, yet it had horns like a horned owl, and it had the red eyes like some owls get. And it was beautiful, and that owl was supposed to be like my owl, so that was like my gift. And as the owl came over, I got this jacket that had like perch on this and perch over here so that the owl would not literally break my shoulder, because this was a huge couple foot tall owl. And the owl and I were going through, and I was, petting all the birds really nicely. And I got the idea that this god was like a master of the birds of the air, because I've been getting all this bird phenomenon, and I've been giving most of it to Odin because no one else is claiming it. And I'm going through, and we come to this Coke machine, like those, not Coke machine, but like those Coke vending coolers. And I was getting some salami and cheese in a package. This is going somewhere. And I said to the owl, "You haven't been eating lately. I've been worried about you." I said, "Maybe they'll have something else." And there was another place here, so it was like a travel place too, and there was more meat. And I knew I had enough money to buy this and the other meats too, like a lot of cold cuts for some reason. Then I'm thinking in my head practically, well, owls don't eat, cold cuts. So I'm gonna have to get this owl like mice or rabbits or something. I mean, this is a big owl. And I'd gone and tried to talk to the older man, and he was both wearing glasses and not, if this makes sense. And I think he was writing something, or he wasn't. Like, he was doing all this stuff at once. And I tried to thank him for the owl, and he screamed at me that he didn't know what I was talking about. There was no owl. And I'm like, "The owl right here." And he's like, "Get away from me. Go away." And I said, "But you brought me here. Get away from me." Cranky old man. So I get up after that because the dream stopped. I go to Odin, and I said, "Oh, you sent me an owl. You're really sweet. I knew it was you with the birds." "I don't know what you're talking about." Rah! So we fought about that. And then 5 minutes later, it was him, and he's like, you know how he gets when he's trying to make up. And then 5 minutes later, he doesn't know who it is, and his head's spinning around because he's angry. I don't know who this god is. I thought it was Odin, but I don't know. I said, "Boy, he was good looking." Because I'm beating Odin. And Odin's screeching at me that he hates me. I said, "He sent me birds. He sent me owl. That's usually death god, but I guess it's not you. Must be one of those Russian gods." I'm like, "Yeah, he's master of all the birds of the air, and he has all these giant birds. He's really cool." And Odin says, "Well, you can make your owls and put them in the Yule Temple." He's both claiming it was him and both shouting at me that he hates me and to go away. So I don't know. This is Odin I'm dealing with. Odin's not associated with owls. There really aren't a whole ton of references, if at all, to owls in Norse mythology. I think most people were afraid of them because they're supposed to be a messenger of death. But this was like this god controls all these raptors, and he's older. He likes blue. I guess he's like a scribe or a wizard, but not. But he also has a travel association, in his hall or his way station or whatever the hell it was. Is all made out of wood. And I had a feeling that I was traveling, like on a vacation. So I'm like, I don't understand, but wherever the hell this place is, I've been here before. I remembered I've been in the other building before. So he's had me there before, but I guess at times I don't remember. And I'm like, what good does that ever do us for the god to do stuff with us? At times we don't remember. I don't know. So that happened this morning. So there are owls in his temple. And I came upon this piece of art that had, it was Odin. And he had a wolf and the owl, and he was dressed up like a shaman, and he was dressed up in blue, but Odin's roaring that that's not him because everything's mixed together, like Odin's chanting Om or something, but he's dressed up like a Sami shaman. But he's, playing on the drum and all this stuff's mixed up, and he's just shouting at me to go away and leave me alone because he hates me now. And then for some reason, my playlist is like all this music comes on, like his playlist of, usually, maybe it does and I don't notice, but it was like all these like romantic songs. So I'm like, I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm thoroughly confused. Either this is Odin or it's not, or it's one of the Russian gods or it's not. And I'm thinking, I don't remember Vele's wearing blue, and his brother probably doesn't like me much because I like his brother. So, um, I don't know. Take your guess. Guess the god. But yeah, I had that happen. But Loki's a good boy. To finish up, Loki's a good boy. He doesn't bless you with one hand and curse you with the other. That's more the Old Testament version of God, where he would give you a blessing and then go, ah, fuck that shit and take it away. That's Old Testament Jehovah. That's not Loki. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.